on to day 2. This time you're starting with a band-assisted dead bug. I know, right? How's the names? You're going to put the band around the bridges of your feet. Lying on your back, arms above your shoulders, fingers reaching for the sky, knees above your hips and the band around your feet. You're going to extend one leg down and towards the floor as you take the opposite arm up and above your head. So it looks like that. You're working internal core muscles. The idea here is to keep your belly button pushed towards your spine so that as you extend down and up, your back isn't coming off the floor. You start and finish in the middle here, so it's not a bicycle type movement. So one leg and one arm back to the middle. Opposite leg, opposite arm, back to the middle. Pushing your spine in towards the mat the whole time. You're going to do 20 of those, so that's 10 per side, and it's better to alternate. So do right, left. Okay. Straight after that, you're going to go into the same core circuit. So you've got 10-second hollow hold, 10 hollow rocks, 10 reverse crunches, 10-second hollow hold. Short rest and repeat 2 more times. And if you don't have one of these little balls, maybe Dennis has a soccer ball, which works really well. But if you don't have one of those either, just take a towel and fold it quite thick, and then you're going to put the towel between your knees. All you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the ball. So you're going to lie flat, ball between your knees, and remember to keep your feet quite narrow. You're going to squeeze the ball and then lift your hips into a bridge. I will show you from the side. So squeeze, bridge, down, release. Squeeze, bridge, down, release. When you're bridging, tuck your pelvis under before you lift. So don't just make it a flat lift and push to the ceiling. Tuck your pelvis under so you're lifting from the hips first. So you're rolling a single vertebra off the floor at a time and rolling back onto the floor the same way in reverse. For this one, you're going to need to find something of significant height that you can step onto. You can step onto a bed, onto a sofa, onto a puff. If you have a big step or a low wall outside, by all means do that. You're going to step across and onto whatever it is you're stepping onto. So the outside leg steps on, you stand all the way up. So it's both feet on, both feet off. Watch as you're stepping down that you don't lift this heel up. Okay, so it's on and off, keep the heel down. The other thing to be aware of is when you're stepping on, don't step behind. Don't step backwards. It's a crossover. Glute. Jawohl. Okay, same thing on the other side. Right, for the next one you're going to need 2 bands of more or less the same size. One goes around your knees and the other around your ankles. You're then going to lie on your side with your head supported and leaning slightly forward. So you try and get your forearm to the floor. By doing that, your hip rotates slightly forward, which means that once you open, you're not rolling. You're not opening with a roll, you're opening using the glutes. You're going to open and then lift the bottom leg up So when you open, keep your feet together, then lift the foot higher than the knee. So it's an internal and external rotation in the hip. And then you do the same right on the other side. And lastly, single leg bridges. A couple of things with this one. You still tuck your pelvis under when you're doing the lift. You can use your hands to stabilize. Always make sure that your head is on the floor. The important thing here when you're extending or lifting the leg is not to use the momentum of this leg to do the lift. So the lift happens through this leg where you're going to squeeze and push through the foot that's on the floor. Not, okay, you get what I mean here. So your knees should stay more or less level. And you're pushing through the foot that's on the floor to get the lift. And then you do the same thing on the other side. And pay attention to whether or not it feels different on each side.